Hello and welcome to Éire. My name is Ben. In this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the 2023 Yamaha Tracer GT. We'll have a look at some of its differences between the 2022 model counterparts. We're going to have a look at some of its features. We're going to discuss the engines and we're going to have a look at this awesome looking bike. So without further ado, let's take a look. Well, we're going to start the video by doing a 360 walk around and we'll just pinpoint a few things. Of the front of the bike looks really well. I like the LED daytime running lights that we have here, and then of course the full LED headlamps. 17-inch wheels on, and they're alloy on the front and the back, obviously different tire sizes. That's the Yamaha CP2 engine, similar to, well, the same as the MT-07. Nice side cases, that is standard on the GT variant. And the particular tyres on this model are Michelin's. One thing to note, the current Yamaha range of bikes are fantastic, I must say. Not only one myself, but to give my honest opinion, they look really good. I like the look of that. Certainly, I think classify the bike as a sport tourer. So this particular one, the GT, has that the luggage as well. But again, we'll go over some of the features now. But we're going to have a look at the actual LED headlamps. Well, we'll take a look at the LED headlamps. So the headlamps are currently on at the moment. Lovely design. I'll have a quick check at the back. Okay, so that's your backlights as well then. We'll put the indicators on as well. Your indicators are in the handlebars over here, very nicely positioned. I quite like that, instead of being stuck on the side. Very nicely pronounced, nice and clear. And the same at the back. Right, we're going to take a look at the front of the bike. So on the front wheel you've got a dual disc brake. I think they're about 290 millimeters. You've got the telescopic configuration for the front forks. That is the same as the MT-07. This bike has the Road 6 GT Michelin tyres currently on it. And of course it's a tubeless tyre system. Just in relation to the suspension system, you can fully adjust the rear and the front suspension on this particular bike, which I think is fantastic. We're going to take a look at the engine here. So it's a 689cc Yamaha CP2 engine. It's extremely popular engine made by Yamaha. It's been very successful. It produces a great amount of torque as well. You're looking at about 67 newton meters of torque. The brake horsepower is 73.4 brake horsepower at 8,750, and the torque is 6,500 RPM. And the fuel consumption 4.3 liters per 100, which is fantastic if you're getting that consumption. And the CO2 that is generated is about 100 grams per kilometer, and it's a four-stroke, two-cylinder liquid-cooled engine. Link suspension swing arm at the back, and of course cast alloy wheel, and again Michelin 180/55 ZR17 tyres on the back. Single disc, and obviously caliper on the back. We look at some of the features on the GT model. First of all is the adjustable suspension front and rear, which I think is fantastic. You've got the 20-litre hard side cases, which come standard on the GT spec. You've got the touring screen as well, which is obviously wider than that, which is fantastic. So definitely if you're doing those long tours and it's very windy, that'll definitely help. On the Tracer GT you also get this fantastic comfort seat, which to me looks great. It certainly does feel very soft. I like the double stitching, which is a mark of quality. I like that. And of course the ride height on the bike is about 835 millimeters, so not too tall considering my own bike is about 890. Along with the side cases on the GT model, there's also a carrier on the back, which I think is really great. Really solid. Load limit 5 kilograms or 11 pounds, depending if you're using imperial measurement. The fuel tank size is 16 litres and it's in its conventional place. Some bikes have them underneath the seat, but it's up here, which is nice. It's also E10 and E5 friendly. If you're not too familiar with the E5 and E10 ratings on fuel, I'll give you a brief rundown. It just depends on the amount of ethanol that they put in. So prior to the changes recently, there was only 5% ethanol put in. You've now got 10% ethanol put into the fuel mix. So most modern cars, apparently from the mid 2000s, can run on E10 fuel because they were designed at that particular stage, according to the facts that I'd found. So there you go, E10 and E5 fuels explained. We're going to have a look at the side cases that come on the Tracer7 GT. First of all, it's matched with the ignition key, so they've kept it really nice and simple. Just do that. You'll see, if you can see there between the gap, that little slider goes in. Lift that up like that, and of course you've got the side case opened. To close it again, all you do is the same, just in reverse. And voila. Well, we're going to have a look at the seat height, how comfortable it is. Like I said, it's 835 millimeters. I'm going to sit on the bike. I'll show you exactly how it feels, or how it kind of looks, I suppose, more than actually feel. But it'll give you an idea of how high and comfortable the bike is. I'm still able to keep my feet on the ground, so again, fairly easy. I can still maneuver the bike if I have to kind of park it somewhere. Fairly easy. It's amazing the difference on my bike, 890 millimeters versus 835. Literally, I'll be using the kind of tips of my toes to kind of move things around. So it's very nice. This is very, very comfortable sitting on this bike, and the seat feels amazing. But yeah, so that is the seat height. Very comfortable. If I can see where my knees are, it's in line with this section here. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea. Right, we're going to take a look at the handlebar setup. First of all, I like the handguards here, very sporty indeed. I like that slim look, very nice. If you come around here, you can see it, and again, just with the indicators just below it. I like the caster, the handbrake levers, again, are adjustable, which is great, so you've got that bit of confidence, you can play around with it. You've got lighting controls, obviously on automatic. As soon as you start the bike, the lights come on. Indicators, very simple operation. Hooter, and then of course you've got your hazard lights there as well with a bright switch, so you can use the flicker. Mirrors look very good, Very nicely designed. And of course we got our switch here for starting, and just below that is the menu to operate the TFT screen, which we'll go into a bit of detail shortly. But that is the handlebar setup that we can see at the moment. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Yamaha TFT 5-inch display. Nice and clear, fairly bright, nice and easy to read. Temperature, top right, we've got the rev counter there at the top, fuel gauge on the left, temperature gauge on the right, digital speedo, as we can see, and then you've also got gear selector as well. So if I pull back for a moment there and we go back to the handlebar here on the right, we've got our menu selection here, and what that is going to do, you'll be able to see the different menus that you can go through. You've got trip 1 and 2, coolant level, coolant temperature, which is a first. I don't think my bike definitely doesn't have that. And then of course you've got the odometer reading, average fuel consumption, and average fuel. The instant, I presume, must be the fuel level you're currently getting at the moment. On the right hand side there's also a 12-volt socket. So in short, the changes between the 2022 model and 2023 model are basically refined suspension systems, bigger brakes on the new Tracer7 and the 7 GT, as well as a new updated the new 5-inch TFT screen, along with the updated controls that allow you access for that particular screen. And then of course you've also got the My Riders app, which has been included in that as well. So those were the major updates for the 2023 Yamaha Tracer. Just a special thank you to Tig and his team here at Morans Bike Shop. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me come through and have a look at the 2023 Tracer GT. Here's his bike shop here, which is located in Drumshanbo, in County Leitrim in Ireland. So if you're interested in and you're looking at a bike, a Yamaha in particular, you're more than welcome to come and give the guys here a ring at Morans Bike Shop. I'll put the details in the description. So here's the shop here, be sure to check them out. Right, so that is the Tracer7 GT in particular detail. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's where we're going to leave it. It's a great bike. Well, my thoughts are, I like the look of it, I like the features, the fact that you can connect up with Bluetooth as well is great. The TFT screen is really clear, which is great. I like the color scheme on this, with the purple wheels, and of course you've got a bit of purple there on the logos. The rider's seating position is really good, super comfortable. The higher touring screen, I'm sure if you went touring with it, you wouldn't have any issues whatsoever. The cases as well, nice and big, plenty, 20 litres each. And then of course you've still got an option there to put a top case on as well. So for those looking for that sort of touring comfortability, the comfort seat certainly adds to that as well. And it's got a great engine. We all know about the CP2 Yamaha engines, which has been extremely successful. The handling has been tweaked on the particular bike. You've got bigger braking as well. What's not really to like about it? It's a great looking bike. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's raining here in Ireland, so I'm pretty much finished up. Thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next video.